We're coming off the weekend and a comeback win for you guys. Where do you feel like the team is right now? And now putting, a couple of results together heading into Friday night.
Yeah, obviously very happy for the group. I think it was a quick turnaround from Portland to Houston, and then obviously both being away, so big travel on the first one. A little bit of a smaller travel distance for the second one, but obviously two away games on such tight turnaround. I think the group was fantastic. Obviously, last match, the first 10 to 12 minutes, and then we had the weather delay post that. I thought after we came out from that delay, was very true to our identity, all the discussions we've been having the past weeks. Several weeks. And yeah, just very happy for the group to get a result on the road. Not only a result on the road, but a comeback result. I think it shows mentally our growth. So yeah, excited to be now back at home. Obviously, quality opposition, very respectable opposition, but feeling really good with the space that we're in.
Speak to the loss of Katie and Mary.
Yeah, obviously them both being on season-ending injuries. Obviously, you never wish that for any of the players. We are wishing them a healthy, a speedy recovery. Want to support them throughout their entire process, mentally, physically, in all those capacities. So yes, just here for them, helping be there for them in all of those spaces. And yeah, obviously it's tough for both of them. So feel very sad that that's their scenario. But we'll support them.
Jordan spoke about spending these past couple of years being prepared for that moment.
Mhm.
Did she step up to the plate and perform the way you wanted her to?
Yeah, look, I think you always have to stay prepared when opportunity presents itself, and you can step in and showcase who you are and what you believe you can do in the environment. I think it's really important. I think she did a fantastic job. She stepped in, very big confidence, played very well, offered a lot of energy, big energy for us. And so, yeah, I'm very, very happy for her and her performance on the weekend. I thought she was fantastic.
How much of an adjustment is it from Katie to Jordan?
Yeah, I think it's just always being prepared. Everybody's different, just like every player's different, every goalkeeper's different, every position, somebody provides something different depending on who that player is and what they look like in our system. So I think obviously Blooms has stepped in and like I said, has just done a fantastic job. She knows the system, she knows what we're trying to do. And she was a big part of that on the weekend and a big part of our result. Arguably that save that she gave us kept us in the game and also provided us a lot of confidence. So yeah, just again, very pleased with her performance.
On back to Katie's injury, that looked to be something that maybe just got worse over time. It wasn't anything like specifically acute. I know she went from being kind of out to like now on the season-ending injury list. Is that just kind of a repetitive injury, or kind of how would you describe it?
Yeah, no comment on that, just because it's like her. Yeah, I don't have a specific comment.
Okay.
Yeah.
Also, like they're on the season-ending injury list, but it may be too early for this. But they do have the ability to come off of that. Is that something you might be looking at?
Yeah, I think in general we'll just monitor it. Obviously, the processes are so different. Their bodies, how their bodies recover. They obviously mean a lot to the group, both on and in several ways. So it's just taking it through the processes that we have to go through and seeing how their bodies respond and seeing where that's at. But I think that we're just predicting for the longevity of it.
And you're a little light in the goalkeeping ranks, kind of who you have here now. You feel comfortable with who you have, maybe what you can watch which other.
Yeah, I think obviously we are, pulling in as you see today. We have the guest goalkeeper in with our environment, so we're working on that behind the scenes.
Bev, the win the other night, what can that do for your club moving forward, especially in the manner in which you won?
Yeah, I mean, I think, like I said, it's a big deal. I think it's not only difficult in this league to be on the road, it's also difficult in this league to be down. So I think the character that we showed, I think the resilience that we showed, and I think the identity and the aggression that we are looking to impose on teams was very present throughout the match for the entirety of the game. I think I sat here several weeks ago talking about us piecing things together in specific time frames of games, and some smaller than others, some bigger than others, but not the full thing. And I think we're starting to get into a good flow of piecing bigger chunks together, if not full games together. And I think that's going to be what we need to continue doing.
Sometimes teams learn off the negative, right? Like,
Yeah,
hey,
for
you
sure,
did
for
this
sure.
wrong. But oftentimes, like, it really helps to teach off the positive. Is that something that you found?
Yeah, I think it's always important. I think there's such a fine balance. I think you have to understand when to lean into the group. You have to understand when to support the group. You have to understand when to praise the group. But a lot of the athletes are very visual learners. And when you talk about a lot of what if scenarios, when you talk about like we would change this, this, and this, but we don't have the picture versus when it's done well, you have the exact picture. They're visual learners. So showing them what is good, why it's good is very important for them because they're seeing the full picture.
Following up on that, is there things specifically in the press that you've been pleased with the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, absolutely. I think their intensity, I think their physicality, I think a part of the identity that I won't obviously dive into is very present within the group. I think they're relying on the defending principles we've been speaking a lot about, given the different scenarios that teams are presenting. So yeah, I think they very much so feel aligned in all of those pieces. And I think we're very proud as a staff that they see that and that we feel that from them. So it's just about us continuing to support them and continue to hone in on those pieces.
And get multiple goals in consecutive matches. Do you feel
Yeah.
like maybe you've not necessarily gotten over the hump, but feel in a more comfortable position about attacking?
Yeah, no, yeah, for sure. I don't think it's ever a hump. I think each game presents different things. Sometimes it's going to be an attacking set piece, sometimes it's going to be off of a throw-in, sometimes it's just being prepared in all those scenarios to put opportunities away. And I think the group just feels really confident in that space. I think that's what we've seen in the past few games. They've been given chances and they've created very good chances. And it's changed game for us by the ball going in the back of the net. So I'm very proud of them for that. Obviously the last game, specifically on the game-winning goal, Sap's ball is fantastic. The ability and the composure to come out of that transitional moment from Court, the option from Swebs, the composure from Janine, it goes into Swebs. Swebs keeps it for us, plays our weak side being attached like that. Sap joining the attack, first time ball through Emma, and Emma does what she does so well. So yeah, I think for us, it's just showing all that, the commitment to that, the togetherness in those moments, both in possession and out of possession, are very important for us.
And do you think now having kind of multiple players on the score sheet, get dangerous threats all over the field, does that make it tougher for opponents to plan for you?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think we're showcasing different ways to score. And I think that's really important that we can see those different pieces, but also understand what we are creating from being so intense in the press and these types of pieces. So yeah, I think it's just continuing to build off of that.
Did you guys make it back in time to enjoy Derby at all?
Yes, we landed at 1:30. I took my kids and my husband on the trip with me this trip. Came back, dropped the kids off at grandma's house, and my husband and I got ready and went for like 2 hours and watched the race. So yeah, I was very tired. I don't know how I did it, but I was able to attend. It's very fun. I think some of the players are not sure.
Did you win?
I lost everything. Everything has $60 on me.
Thank you.
Okay, thank you guys.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate it. Thank you guys. Thanks so much.